Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you've been only waiting for this moment to rise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life you've been only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbirds fly, blackbirds fly into the light of dark black night. Hi, in this short tutorial I will show you how I play this beautiful song by Paul McCartney. And not only that, I will give you some tips on how you can practice this song on your own, overcome the biggest obstacles, so you can become a much better guitar player and musician through the process of learning this song, with the ultimate goal to play it really free with expression. So let's start. Now I will show you how I play this song in detail, really slowly. Okay, before we go to any specifics of this song, let me share with you two important tips which will help you to overcome the main obstacles of this song and which will also help you to learn this song effortlessly and freely. So the first rule number one is practice slowly. This is very important. Your main goal is to feel really comfortable with everything what you're doing on your guitar. Because once you feel overwhelmed, that means that there's too much information for your brain to process, and unconsciously you're learning mistakes, bad shapes, wrong structure, everything what you don't want to learn. So this is really important. Once you feel overwhelmed, stop and go back. Reduce the speed, reduce the amount of tones. So this is rule number one, practice slowly. Rule number two, practice this song every single day. To be honest, there is no other way around it. And I know how hard it is to commit to it. Sometimes you come home really tired after a long day. But to be honest, there is no excuse for not practicing this beautiful music just only for 10 minutes a day in a very relaxed state, enjoying yourself and enjoying the sound of your guitar. So, two important rules. Practice slowly, practice this every single day. And now, let me show you how I would deal with some of the obstacles and how I would practice this song. I always start really slowly and I take a short excerpt. Let's take this one. Okay, and when I practice a song, I don't repeat it mindlessly without focus 1,000 times, hoping that I will be able to play it freely. No, my main focus, especially at the start when I'm learning something new, is for looking for the right structure. Right structure means that I have an optimum position not only of my fingers but of my hand, my wrist is aligned with my arm, and the energy is flowing. As you see, my wrist is aligned, it's straight, and as you see, my fingers are in an optimum position because they are above the strings, and I don't have to move my hand in order to play this. I don't have to do this. Every time when you move your hands, look at what happens with the position of your fingers. It's constantly changing. So it's really hard to hit a string once you start moving your hands. Sometimes it's necessary, but try to avoid it. So now I play it really slowly and try to find the optimum position, and I try to remember it and enjoy myself. Even slower, okay? You have to feel really comfortable with everything what you're doing. And now there is this huge jump which scares most of my students every time, but it's not that hard. Most people do this mistake. They release, they jump, and they try to find the right chord. They try to hit the right chord. It's so hard, I can't do that. So the proper way and the great tip which I will give you here is, and it's worth of gold, never lose the touch with a string, okay? Especially when you have these huge jumps, okay? Here I slide with my little finger, with the fourth finger. So let's practice this jump. And as you see, tip number 2, with these jumps, never change the structure or the position of your wrist. In other words, don't move your hand. Just find the right position where you don't have to move your hand. As you see, I'm just doing this. I'm not moving my hand. Again, if you move your hand, the position of your fingers is constantly changing. That's something I wish somebody would tell me 15 years ago when I was learning this song, okay? So you just move the hand, and as you see, my fingers are above the strings. Now we go to this part. Well, there is a fretting technique which scares another half of my students. And again, I will show you a simple trick and tip how to practice the fretting technique. Firstly, if you have problems with the structure, if it's too much for you to process right now, check out the link below this video, because there is a cool stuff. It's called 4-Week Guitar Challenge, and it's completely free. And it's basically, I will guide you through the next 4 weeks, and we will practice together 10 minutes a day, and it's only about the structure. So if you want to know more, then check it out. It's a very important stuff for every guitar player, so I would recommend it. Here with fretting technique, I will give you a great tip. Again, it's worth gold. When I practice fretting technique, I don't focus on the pressure. Again, I focus on the right structure, meaning when everything here works and is aligned, you don't need to press hard, okay? With barra, you use the natural weight of your arm, but there are so many details about it, I can't cover it in this video. So check out the link below the video, the 4-Week Guitar Challenge. When you practice the fretting technique here, use short impulses, okay? You play and check out if everything sounds. You press only the string you need, and you play only short impulses. In other words, you don't press long. In that way, you can practice fretting technique for hours and don't get tired. If I would practice this like this, I will get tired in 2 minutes. My hand will get tired, it will hurt, okay? So play in short impulses. Now we come to this chord. Here, many people struggle with this one. Again, if it's too much, you feel overwhelmed, start playing tone by tone and focus. try to find the right structure, remain it, and now play only one tone. You don't press all the fingers, they just lie on the strings without pressing, and you only play one tone at a time, and you check out if it sounds, okay? Like this. The G string, you have to use some of your fretting technique, and then the second one. If all of these tones sound, then you have the right position, and you check out if all of them sound at once. And again, you're looking for the right position, not for the pressure. You try to minimize the pressure. Well, it may take some time, okay? So this is really fast forward, as fast as I can. I try to give you as many tips as possible. Here, again, the right structure. I don't move my wrist. I am very loose. My wrist is straight. It's not here, it's here. Here you don't need fretting technique, you don't need barré. Barré means fretting technique, for those who don't know. And here you have again the same shape like here. And then we go downwards. And again, you see I don't move my hand. Okay, so these are the main tips for the left hand. Now check out the right hand. Again, what I'm looking for is the right position, the right structure, where I don't have to move my hand. As you see, I don't move my hands, just my fingers move. Many people tend to do this mistake. They are not stable, and again, once you move your hand a lot, it's so hard to hit the string. Again, there's so much detail to cover here in the right hand, but I will tell you a couple of things what to focus on. Make sure that the fingers are very near the strings. They're almost touching the strings, okay? They're above the strings. Couple of millimeters. 3-4 millimeters from the strings. And as you see, I don't move my hand, and the direction of the movement goes inside the hand, as if you were grabbing something, okay? Again, practice it slowly. Try to find the right structure. Do it slowly, do it every day. And it may take a couple of weeks, maybe 3 months. Who knows? But after this training, you'll be much better guitar player. So that's it. There is a lot to cover in this song, but I want to keep it short. So here we go.